Well, I just want to take a video of my refurbished '05 Mazda 3, and I put a lot of love and care into fixing it up because I took care of it all its life. I'm the second owner, and started getting some rust spots, and had a problem with the hood. I think that was an inherent flaw in the paint just on the hood. So I ended up putting a wrap on it to hide the bad paint, and so that lasted a couple of years, the wrap, and I wanted to put a new wrap on. So I said, what am I going to put a new wrap on a car that's got rust in the back? So I said, look, I'm just going to fix everything. So let me show you my how it came out. It's certainly not show car worthy. It's amateur, do-it-yourself body work, but I wouldn't have done it unless the car was really still in good shape and still shiny, and I've taken care of it, although not garage. But so here it is, man. I did the quarter panels. Definitely not, the paint is definitely not matching up perfectly, but to do the quarter panels, I did the quarter panels here. And right here, this is where it rusts in the Mazda 3s, the '05s, at least the Gen 1. I just used the, what was it? A spray can touch-up paint with Clearcoat spray can. So I followed Chris Fix's videos on how to do body work without welding, and I highly recommend it. I'll put the link in the description. But look at that body work. Look at this body work over here. I mean, yeah, definitely not perfect, but I'll give you some tips. Taking off the side extensions. Not a lot of information online, but I gleaned what I could, and I figured out how to do it. You generally just got to either push it forward. There's 2 screws in the front. Either push it forward or just pull it off. And you're going to end up having to probably get new clips. But my recommendation is once you pull it off, and you're doing body work or whatever you're doing, put the clips back on to the piece, all the clips. There's big ones and small ones. Put them all on the piece, and then just push the piece and click all the clips in at once. And here's my wrap. I was very happy with it, man. And a new grill, which I needed because I hit a deer. And that's why I had to get a new a hood, because I had a little dent there. I said, look, just get a hood from the junkie. Well, this is my second wrap that I've done, and I'm very happy with it. And the grill was cracked, although I had glued it together. It was blue, matched the whole car. But I didn't like the cracked part. You could still see a crack, so I said, let me get a new one. Of course, it comes black or gray, whatever. I said, should I paint it, or should I paint it black? Should I paint it blue, try to match it? I knew I wouldn't be able to match it, so I said, let me just, I use Fusion spray paint, gloss black, looks freaking great. So anyway, here we go, man. Looking good, right? I used the heat gun, and you definitely have to get that applicator to put the wrap on. Get the plastic special plastic applicator with the felt. One side has felt on it because you don't want to scratch the vinyl as it's going on. But so those are my 3 tips. As far as doing body work, simple body work, use Chris Fix's instructions. My side effects that I had pulled off and put back on. I used some spray foam insulation. As you've seen, I've learned to fill some rotted cavities and stuff. Yeah, you can see it. See, I have some down there. But of course, I use bondo glass, regular bondo, fiberglass mat, spot putty, everything you need. All right. So here is my '05 Mazda 3, refurbished, on no budget, and I just want to try to help others out there with what I learned on how to do it. And I gotta say, man, I'm really proud of how it came out. I had rust in the quarter panels, as I said. I had a problem with the hood, which gave me the idea of using a wrap to hide bad paint on the hood. And this is my second wrap, actually the second hood. It's just that I just love customizing it. You know, I never was a big customizer, but what the heck, man, make it look good, right? So I'm proud of this car. I've been taking care of it. As you can see, man, it looks beautiful, right? Did a good job. For those out there, Mazda 3 fans out there, you could see what I've done here. It's the S model. I changed the new grill. Cheap grill I got, plastic. And I just painted it with flat gloss black fusion spray paint. I got a new emblem. These are all cheap items you can get on eBay. And the Galaxy wrap, I got it on eBay. I think it was $90. Really happy with it. Just let me just give you some tips. This is my second wrap. You got to use a heat gun. You should use a heat gun, and a squeegee with one felt side, so you don't scratch the wrap. But anyway, in this particular area was troublesome, as on this other side right there, it bubbled up, and through research I found out that you have to heat it up to a certain, at least 150 degrees. While the bubble's gone, you press it on, make sure it's stuck, so there's no air bubble, otherwise you'll burn it, and heat it up to about 150 or more, and just don't burn it, and it will stay. You will solve the problem of any bubbling. And of course, doing this here in the valley, you just use the squeegee to make sure it follows the valley while you're putting it on and not stretching. That's what I learned on my last wrap. I had a problem in that. After a year or two, it started coming apart, peeling. But anyway, what else? Okay, here's the body work I did here. This was all rusted out. This was rusted out here. Use the Chris Fix video that I'll list in the bottom in the description, how to do body work without welding. Just follow what he did, and it's obviously not perfect. I used touch-up direct paint, and it only cost me $50 for 1 can of spray and 1 can of Clearcoat, and it matched the right color. But obviously, this is what, 17-year-old car, so you know it's not going to match the paint perfectly, but it looks pretty good, right? So I got a new antenna, you know, just to make everything look good. The other thing was all chewed up and cracked. Okay, here's the other body work I did right here. Not perfect, but as I said, I used bondo glass, spot putty, you know, all those things. And here, of course, the side effects. There's 2 screws right in the front here. You undo these 2 screws, and then you sort of just bang the thing forward, you know, from the back here. I mean, obviously, if you have rod here, it was easy to do, but it doesn't matter. Just bang it forward, and it will come off, or you just pull it off. And as I said in the other video, you have to put the clips on the piece first. Make sure that the big ones and small ones, place them all correctly, so you don't have any problems. And I used, actually, the clips I found didn't have a washer or a weatherproof rubber gasket, which is original to this. So I just used caulking, a good quality caulk, and I just spread it on each of the clips, so it also enabled it to slip on and snap on very easily. So these both things came off and snapped on very well. You just got to take the time to do it right, you know. So there you have it. Pretty good, huh? Just a little bonus information. Originally, my '05 Mazda, as you can see, it's beautiful. And, you know, the paint is still shiny. It's beautiful. But the hood happened to have some kind of defect where it was starting to peel. Just the hood. This was all peeling and stuff. So I said, you know, what am I going to do? So I thought, oh, I'll put a wrap over it. And it was very easy. All I did was sand it down and primed it. And then I put the first wrap that I had, I put on that old hood. Since then I had hit adhere, and I dented the front of the old hood, cracked the whole grill, cracked this license plate holder, which I had to get a new one. But so that was the deal with that, and I'm thinking, should I just put a new wrap over the old hood, just do the body work in the front? But it was hard taking off the old wrap because it was I don't know, it was a different type of a wrap. It was very thick, and it was just going to be a mess. I said, look, let me find a junkie that has a hood that's, you know, the right hood, and I got it for like $150, local, a new hood, new old hood, and it was all ready for the wrap, and it had no dents, you know, hardly any anyway. But it's funny when you put the wrap on, boy, it shows every defect in the hood. So I'm glad I got this hood. All right, so that's about it, man. One thing further I'd like to say, what helped to really make the car look really nice, both from far away and even close up. This is a 17-year-old car, and of course it has all, you know, its share of nicks and dings that, you know, you had to look up close to see. So I knew about them. Here's one right here. And what I did was, you know, I didn't really want to do body work on the little nicks and dings, you know, but it was noticeable where the paint came off. So I just used the remaining amount of touch-up direct original color paint, sprayed into like a little cap where I could use a little paintbrush, and I just dabbed the just little spots where I had nicks in nicks in the paint, you know, like here too, and it makes a world of difference because, you know, any nick in the paint where you can see a spot of white and you know the paint's gone, it's really ugly and noticeable. So just a little tip that's how to get rid of all those little nicks and dings. Let me see if I could find any more that I had done. Oh yeah, right here. See, this right here. Well, I actually sprayed that part, but it was white because this part of the trim molding had broken off for some reason. So, I mean, that makes a big difference. You don't see that ding glaring at you. So, you know, make an old car look pretty good. That's all. That's my tip. To do these little dings, what I did was I just used some alcohol just to clean it. You want to clean it really, really well with a rag and denatured alcohol, or alcohol, rubbing alcohol will work, just so it's really clean. And it's already primed, so just like I say, just use a small, tiny paintbrush that you get at a, you know, Walmart or anywhere. Paintbrush with the correct color, and it just fills in where the paint was chipped off. Beautiful. You don't even have to do a clear coat because it's just tiny spots.